Hello. So I am doing my video and audio reading of my journal. I also have attached the photos in the email, and I only have two entries for this week's journal check. So on September 28th, we did the third open scene, and I wrote connecting with moment before and partner and more drama. So those were the two bullet points, and my remembering of that was when I was doing the scene with Kaylin. Your advice was to connect before and your partner. So I guess with connecting with your partner, I would say what I realized was that I needed to be listening to a lot more with her. So I would have to be more reactive to what she said, and I have to connect with the moment before. So I think I really have to hone in. I remember that day, I remember I had to hone in my kind of circumstance and my action, because instead of usually what I do is I'll imagine the world and I'll imagine the scene and who I am, but I think I have to imagine more of what she is too as a character, because I'm seeing the other person as not a fellow character but more of a fellow actor. And more drama just means I need to enunciate my facial expressions a little bit more, be a little more louder. I think I remember on the 28th you told me to work on kind of talking, projecting essentially. And for me, I don't know why, but I just couldn't increase the volume that day. I think I was probably just sick, or I was coming over, not sick, but I think I was just coming over a little flu or like the hokey plague or something like that. Because usually I could be pretty loud if I want to. It's currently 12:30 right now. My roommate's out, so I just decided to do this quick little video. But October 3, I remember that was to be specific in particular scenes. So I remember that writing that because I believe I was watching other people do other plays, and I think the advice that you gave kind of stuck with me too, which was to be specific. What that means is be very clear and specific and concise on what I'm doing. So if I'm shocked, I'm going to act shocked, compared to kind of having mixed emotions as a character. I guess because our skill level, particularly mine, my acting skills aren't good enough, and I guess in realism acting, I'm not skilled enough to have multiple emotions in a scene. So I should probably act more in one emotion, and be specific with, again, circumstance and action. This was also, I wanted to make another note because I was absent October 5th, so I didn't have a journal entry for that one, but that was supposed to be I believe it's October 5th, or yeah, October 5th. It was the day after I had watched the play. I think it was This Small World or This Connected World, but there was something that I really noticed, and I wasn't able to talk about it in discussion. Maybe you did talk about it, but it was about how, for me, I felt like the actors were just kind of reading lines, and they weren't really listening to each other. Yeah, there were like lines put in for comedic value and comedic effect, and I understood the concept of the play, how everyone's kind of connected in weird ways if you look up. But I just didn't really enjoy how the screenwriting was very forced. It didn't feel natural, and I think what I really wanted, and if you can elaborate on this, was I wanted more of a listening kind of play. So a person talks, and what it is that human speech isn't perfect, and I wish that a screenwriter would be able to exemplify that, I guess, or show it in their screenwriting. This one, it was kind of like one actor would speak, another line, another line, another line, and they were all perfect lines. And I wish there was breaks or stutters, or not like forced stutters, of course. Like that's all the actor's talent of having a natural forced, like you're forcing a stutter, like like that still sounds forced to me. But I would have loved a more natural dialogue between the two. So I think I can really relate this to movies if you wanted an actual example. And a lot of the movies I see are very dialogue perfect, I guess. So it's not it's they're speaking the same language as normal people, but I wanted a more human and more non-perfect dialogue. My roommate is back. Sorry, I'm doing a homework assignment right now. Yep. But I would also another thing on October 3rd was that I enjoyed the starfish position better than the raised legs position. And what that kind of means was I just kind of instead of having like a mountain with your legs, you kind of open it up and kind of spread out into a starfish. And I think that was a lot more relaxing and more. I think I felt like it was more easy to support breath when laying down in a position. But that's all my journal entries, and I hope this works for credit. Thank you so much.